Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Elmcreek. We have a few things to do. I've purchased some new lands after busting my butt working on contracts all winter long. Thankfully snow was not that much of a problem. We also have a nice, well, very dirty but new to us 8410. I just love the 8410 tractors. This one is a two-wheel drive version. They didn't have a four-wheel drive version available for us, but it is what it is. So let's bring up our little map. This is our home farm where we have 45, 46, 44, and we had purchased 47, 48, and 49. And over the winter we have purchased 50, 51, 52. The number synchronization type of deal was not planned. It just kind of went with where I had funds and, you know, trying to keep close to the farm. I have thought about possibly moving and coming up here and buying this area here, kind of get away from the main road, kind of get myself out of town for a little bit, or have the capability of being out of town. So that might be a change in the future. Oop, didn't mean to do that just yet. So right now I have nothing planted. I have nothing planted in fields 50, 51, and 52. Not even grass. So what I'm thinking of doing is I kind of really want to do soybeans, but I gotta wait until April. But I think I might do a field in sunflowers. The reason why I say that, let's get to the right screen here. So looking at the price fluctuations, soybeans is basically one of the highest ones I can get, where it tops out at 137 bucks per bushel, I believe. Sunflowers, I think, is the next one at 90, tops out at 93. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Though I could possibly try my hand at doing sugarcane. I don't know if I have anything that plants sugarcane right now, though. So that might be something I might look into the future, because as you see here, if your screen is big enough, it tops out at $311 per cubic yards, I think is what that is. Not per bushel in this case. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'm going with, since that's kind of what this is telling me. I have never really done sugarcane. This map does allow it. And if I had the equipment, we could easily plant it right now. It harvests in October, November time frame. One thing I haven't looked at. Yeah, cotton isn't the greatest at $3.71 per piece. This is what that's saying. I don't know if that's per roll or what. Or, yeah. Or bale, I guess. That's got to be like per, you know, liter or whatever. I'm not too familiar with cotton. I'm sorry, guys. But that is something that I've thought about doing. Just kind of changing things up. But what did I say I was going to do right now? Gosh, I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's do sunflowers. I might need my other one. I think what I might eventually do is at least 48 and 49, since it's a combined field right now. I think what I might eventually do is make that my grass field. So that way I can make silage, not for my own use, but so that way I can turn around and sell it. Because silage actually usually has very good return rates. So I'm thinking of possibly going that route, because I do have the equipment to mow. I do have the equipment to bale. Well, at least mow anyway. I think I just have a mower and a tedder. I don't know. But that is a possibility, actually. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, well, I'll just have to keep this. That was weird. It just showed me 2 different ones, and I thought I had the planter, each planter set. So that means we're going to use this guy to plant some sunflowers. There we go. We gotta bring this over to the barn, get it filled up. So I'll meet you over at the field. Alright, we're back here. Over here at the field I want to plant into sunflowers. Let's, I know I use quartz plate a lot, but I do like it. It kind of keeps things looking relatively nice and neat. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do 2 headlands, because why not? We're going to start on the center. I want it to be sharp. I like 5%. That seems to work a little bit more for me. So let's generate that. I think that spacing is fine. Oh yeah, I had it open, so it's closing it back up. Yeah, that's what I need. And I could have it set up to use ridge markers, but it's fine. Yeah, the nitrogen is pretty crappy, like almost non-existent in this farm or in this field. Like the entire field is red. So I'll give it a chance to run a little bit, see what it does, then I'll show you guys what I'm referring to. This field would be perfect for soybeans actually, but it's a little small for what I'm wanting to do for soybeans. So, sorry, I'm kind of flying around here. So this is what I mean. This field is almost perfect for soybeans because soybeans really don't like to use up a lot, or they don't like nitrogen really at all. So I think 50 should be fine for that. I might just say screw it and plant grass in 52. Just that way I can kind of start getting my head going in the right direction. So that reminds me. One of the things that I recently saw for 25 is they're bringing spinach to the game. And you might be wondering, well, why is that such a big deal for you? And for me, it's a big deal because personally, I love spinach. I love fresh spinach. I'd rather eat that than lettuce. Plus, and not trying to go off the whole Popeye thing with his spinach and whatnot, but my understanding is it is a lot healthier for you than lettuce. So, yeah. I put spinach on fresh spinach, leafy spinach on just about anything. You know, I put it on burgers in place of lettuce. I wish more places would offer it, but oh well. But yeah, supposedly it's one of those plants that is similar to grass in the fact that you can get, at least from what I've seen, the idea is you plant it once in the spring and you can get 2 cuts off of it before you have to basically replant it. And I just think that's awesome. I love plants like that. I only have to do 1 planting, but I can get 2 harvests. Heck yeah! I wish I could do that with sunflowers or beans even. You know, if I want beans next year, just leave them in the ground. But it is what it is. It's kind of the nature of the beast with farming. Most seeds or most plants that you harvest are not going to be perennials, meaning they come back every year. I mean, they might if we didn't harvest them, but since we harvest most plants that farmers do plant, yeah, they end up being just mainly annuals. Sorry, kind of went on a little side tangent there, but anyway, I hope you all are having a fantastic day today. I am, for the most part. Unfortunately, my dog kept me up overnight. He wasn't feeling the greatest, and he was letting me know it. He's doing better now. I think he was just having some stomach issues. He might have eaten something that just didn't sit well with him, and that finally got to him. So, poor puppy, but he's doing better. He's now He's lying at a weird angle over on my single bed in my office, and he's at a very weird angle. You know how some you see all these pictures online at times of animals and pets lying in really weird angles, and they're just sitting there snoring, and they just don't have a care in the world. Yeah, that's kind of him right now. He kept me up throughout the night, and now he's making up for it by getting his sleep in caught up right now, which I really can't do. I mean, I could, but then my sleep schedule gets all sorts of messed up, and even though I'm off my paying gig today, I gotta turn around and get to that paying gig tomorrow. So yeah, I have to maintain some sort of normal sleep schedule, as it were. Sorry, I just happen to feel like a bug bite or something on my knee. That really hurt when I touched it, so wasn't sure what it was. Hey, you guys are hearing a lot of different things today. Yay! I'm apparently in a sharing mood. Don't ask me why. So as far as our farm goes, I do have some ideas for expansion. And I think this one we're definitely going to be playing until 25 hits, and now you might be playing it after that. Maybe not so much on camera for you guys, but it might be one of those that, you know, randomly throw a video in of, hey, this is where we're at on this farm, and I might do that for all my 22 farms that we got going on right now, which I think I'm up to 6 that I'm putting on camera for you guys. I've lost track, because there's been some that I've done videos on, just kind of, you know, farm review type of deal, first look, that I don't remember if I said I was going to do on camera or off camera for you. So if I said I was going to do a farm on camera and I don't get around to doing it, let me know. Kind of give me a nudge like, hey, you said you were going to bring this to, you know, be doing this on a video for us. Where is it? What's going on with it? If anything, they'll just kind of go, oh, yeah, crap, sorry. So I know I've told you guys that the controller steering setup that I use for Farming Sim is my Hori, H-O-R-I, farm control system. And Hori has a trucking rig setup type of deal that's very similar to the farm control system that is apparently being released very close to my birthday, that I will be getting. And that's coming sooner rather than later. Because initially, when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is probably not going to come out to like closer to the end of the year. Nope, that's early September, or no, mid-September. That surprised me. So I'm going to be pre-ordering that. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it through Amazon or through Hori, through their website. I gotta be very careful how I say that, but it is a brand name. And honestly, I like the steering wheels are much more realistic in size, at least with the farm control setup, and it looks like it's the same for the trucking setup. All the buttons feel very clean and nice. Like they don't feel like you're gonna press it, you know, one more time and it's gonna break on you, is what I'm saying. It's been a while since I've actually talked about my farm control system with steering wheel, pedals, and side panel, but I still use it almost daily with this game. I don't use it I use it kind of more so like on my own, and because I'm still very much getting used to doing in-cab views when I'm farming, because, you know, just being in the cab, I can't really get the greatest sense of distance and whatnot, just because it is kind of, you know, a flat screen versus realistically where you can kind of look around and go, oh, that's, you know, I'm going to be right in line with, you know, that row and I'll be fine. You know, or looking at a header going, all right, I'm lined up. it's a different sense of feeling looking at a screen versus in real life, I guess, is the best way for me to put it. Some of you guys I know out there have gotten used to it. Well, a lot of you guys, as far as doing in-cab views. I just haven't been able to do it very easily yet. I tend to miss a lot. And yeah, that's probably more realistic in terms of farming, but I kind of like to get everything especially when I'm harvesting. I don't really like to miss when I'm planting, hence why I use Courseplay. And I use it a lot on the farms that I'm going to be bringing to the channel, so that way when we get into a video like this, things just look better. Now it looks like I'm going to be missing a little bit there at the top corner of the screen, or it was almost right next to where the weather is. That's fine. I'll just leave it as is. That doesn't bother me. Every once in a while, the perfectionist in me kind of wants to go, all right, let's go get that cleaned up. Let's go plant that section. And I'm hoping that 25 is flexible with like track IR and all these different control systems. The trucking control system that I'm talking about, coming from Hori, I'm really hoping I can actually set it up and use it in farm sims. That way I have one rig. I don't have to switch between that and trucking and farming and all this other stuff. I'm really hoping that I can just use the one rig for both and be done with it. And the nice thing about the trucking rig is it does have force feedback. The farming control system that I currently have sitting in front of me does not. And that's been always a little bit of a buzzkill. I love the size of it, I love the feel of it, but it doesn't have force feedback. And especially when you're trucking, I love the feel of the road and coming through the steering wheel. And it's just one of those things that it would be amazing if this would have force feedback. But I'm really hoping that the trucking control system setup, I'm really hoping that that will be compatible. And it may not be directly compatible, but considering this, the farming control system I have, and I say it that way because it is kind of like a three-part system. You do have your steering wheel set up, you do have the pedals on the floor for you, and you do have the side panel. At least I do, because I bought the complete setup, as I will with the trucking one. So I'm really hoping that the trucking setup is going to be just as high quality, in my opinion. And everything that I see, it looks like it'll have similar thing. The only big difference is the fact that the steering wheel is going to have a lot more buttons, which is awesome. The side panel is actually going to have a shifter. I want to call it like a 7-point shifter type of deal, where you have your 6 gears, but then you have a reverse. Now I don't know if that's going to be set up similar to like Logitech, where you have to push down and then be able to engage reverse, or what the deal is. But come end of September, which just dawned on me, I'm off that week, so yeah, I'm gonna get some very thorough use out of it then. I think I'm gonna get all my miles in for my VTC, my virtual trucking company, which is Southern Justice Trucking. I don't talk about that a lot because I haven't done a lot of trucking videos, and I might do one here before too long. But when I get that system, I will be doing a trucking video for you guys and just kind of talking about it. As far as my first-hand experience, you know, just looking at it and the feel of it, and just hoping that it is what I think it is and how well it's going to work. But if you guys haven't heard of that, or you're looking for a steering setup, I believe that I forget what that I paid for the farming setup that I have. But I know the trucking setup is for all. It looks like for all 3 parts is pre-order right now on Amazon is like $600, $599 I think, or somewhere around there. So I mean, it's not exactly low tier, low grade, but at the same time, I'm looking at it going, it's almost middle of the road, because there's some systems out there where by the time you get everything that you would want, you're probably gonna pay maybe close to $1,000, honestly. But that's like high tier, top of the line type stuff, though. Me, I'm not good enough, or I don't do this as a job enough to warrant that kind of money, if that makes sense. I'm doing this for fun. If I end up starting to get paid for these videos, or I get paid enough that I start doing this as my job, then maybe, yeah. But it also might depend on if I ever get any kind of sponsorships. Hint, hint. Trust me, if I ever get any sponsorships, you guys will be the first to know about it. Clearly, because I will make it very clear in my videos. So, see, just that little spot there that we missed. But aside from that, a nice, beautifully planted field. And I might figure out what I might do on that far field. And yeah. Like I said, I was thinking about doing that in grass, but let's take a look at what we can actually plant right now. Oats, sunflowers we're doing right now. I don't want to do potatoes or sugar beets because they can take forever. Sorghum I can't do right now. Yeah, just grapes, olives, poplars, grass, oilseed radish. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do an oilseed radish and just kind of let it do its thing. Can I do oilseed radish with this? No, I cannot. Well, time to go get the other tractor then. I'm going to leave this alone for another couple days until we can plant soybeans in it. So we're going to leave all of this connected up for now. I'm going to get everything situated on the other tractor as far as that goes. By the way, I had the tractor with the wrong wheel setup, and I drove through that field when I was spraying. Whoops! After I got out of that field, I definitely fixed that. So, get that shut down. Come over here. All right, let's go over to that field. And get I now have a front loader, so I need to get that fixed as far as that little pothole thing I got going on there. Probably wouldn't have slid a little bit if this was a four-wheel drive. So I think I have both set up for oilseed radish. What is going on? There we go. This seeder doesn't like me. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to start in the center. 14 feet. Why does that not sound right? Four and a half meters, 4.5 meters. What is that? 9 meters? What is 9 meters in feet? Yeah, I'm an American. I can't do that conversion. So I use Google for that. Give me a minute here. 9 meters to feet. What is that? 29 feet. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we'd be doing a lot of overlapping if that was the case. Oh, autosave. Let's see how our AI driver does. And yes, it is AI because it's artificial intelligence. Blah blah blah. It could be Paul, it could be someone else, but I forgot just how crappy. Nope. You're not lined up at all, my dude. Let's fix that real quick. That's the only downside with this planter setup. I love it because it's relatively nice and compact, but it's wide. But at the same time, you're essentially got 2 trailers, and it can cause some issues if you're not careful. Alright, let's make sure we're actually putting down what I'm wanting. And we are. Basically, I'm just making sure that I have both trailers, both planters set up the right seed. Well, apparently mostly your radish doesn't really care too much about fertilizer or nitrogen, so interesting. Say, don't you plant right there. You need to get back in line. Downside with this is the back part of these planters are not, to my knowledge, are not linked up. I mean, they're still able to do their own thing. Oh, that's gonna leave a bit, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit, I think, that's not gonna be planted. Well, I think while I keep an eye on this and fix it as it goes, we're gonna go ahead and call the video there, guys. Just kind of quick little update here in Elmcreek, a farm that I've grown to love. Yeah, I do, like I've mentioned before, I may or may not switch to one of my other versions of Elmcreek and treat it as a farm upgrade. Just a thought. But we'll see. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just like you here and there. If you made it this far in my video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day, and I hope the rest of your week goes just as well. So with all that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next episode. So as always, take care. Peace.